Humans, welcome back to the Theculturegodz channel. I am Mike Nix, the host of the Theculturegodz channel and also the herald of the gods. And man, I just finished episode 3 of The Penguin. I know I'm late. I know I'm late to the party, but man, just jumping right into it. So this episode picks up where, well, it's giving flashbacks of the Batman. If you haven't seen the Batman, go watch it, because the Batman 2 is already in the works and it's coming soon. So you want to catch up, right? So, but Victor, Oz's right-hand man, has some flashbacks because his family was killed in the flood that when the Riddler blew up the seawall in Gotham in the Batman movie. Well, Victor's family was killed in that process, right? So he has no family. That's why he's out here running the streets, just robbing. You know what I'm saying? He basically a stick-up kid. He stealing rims off of cars and all kind of shit, whatever he can do to get by. You know, so, but in the beginning of the episode, basically he links with Oz, and Sophia comes through. And Sophia basically wants to take Oz to go see some shit that she been cooking up, right? So she leaves Victor at the crib. Well, she tells Oz to come on, you know what I'm saying, and come see what I got cooked up. And, but Vic can't come. So Vic stays at Oz's place. And while he's there, he invites his girlfriend over. You know what I'm saying? So Oz goes with Sophia to the new little trap spot where they got some shrooms. She's got this new actually, I think these shrooms actually exist. I didn't even bother looking them up, but I feel like I've seen them before. It's called bleeding tooth mushrooms or fungus or whatever. Anyways, whatever little substance comes out of the bleeding tooth fungi is a kind of a hypnotic, euphoric drug that they're making into. They're using that chemical to make a drug. Okay, so but Vic invites his girlfriend over. Now his girlfriend basically tells him like, "Yo, with the flood and everything, like neither one of us got families. You know what I'm saying? We out here just in the streets. Like I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of living off of FEMA checks and shit like that. I'm moving to California." And she, you know, and Vic is like, "Yo, I'll come with you." You know, cause she's like, "Yo, there ain't nothing here. You know, Gotham is just run down. It's fucked up. They're not helping us out. There's nothing left for me here, you know." And of course, since they're in love and it's, you know, a little puppy love or whatever, Vic is like, you know, telling him like, yo, I would come with you, but you know, Oz got some shit on me, you know what I'm saying? Plus he's this nigga, you know, he a killer for real. Like he might come after me. So I don't know if I can leave. But I think this episode really puts a lot of emphasis on Vic, and I feel like the last episode kind of touches on it. And what I love about this series so far is it's not just focusing on Oz, and it's showing more of the backstory for Vic and who he really is and why he feels so like, you know, he's real hesitant about doing a lot of shit. Like Oz will ask him to do some shit, and because he's already been running the streets, you know, he's kind of like, okay, you know, whatever. But at the same time, you can tell he's got a good heart. But, you know, his girlfriend wants him to come to Cali, and he's like, man, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? So, but Oz and Sophia, they go to Chinatown because they got this drug and they got this plan where they're like, yo, if we can get the head of the triad, if we can get this drug out to the streets, you know what I'm saying? If we can get this dope out here, then we could take over. You know, we can basically, you know, kick out my uncle and we can be running this shit, you know, running Gotham basically. So they head to the head. They go to the Chinatown. Now the Triads and the Falcones have a very rough history. Like they've been beefing for a long time. So they got smoking with each other off rip. He comes in and they already got guns pointed at him, you know. So they try to negotiate getting a conversation with the head of the Triad. Right. In the meantime, Vic is struggling with, you know, his inner, I guess you could say, good and bad side. Right. He's trying to figure out, you know, damn, you know, I come from a good family. I know my dad would not like what the fuck I've been doing out here. But Oz has given me a lot and shown me a lot and kind of been sort of a father figure in a way. I mean, he kind of been tough on me, but he, you know, he's all I got beside my girlfriend, you know, so he's got that inner struggle going on. They show a lot of that in this episode, which I'm glad, you know, Vic isn't just a one-dimensional kind of character. He's got some angles to him. And so Oz and Sophia, they broker this deal with the head of the triad. And but in order for the deal to go down, basically they had to get the head of the Falcone family at the time, Sophia's uncle, I believe, to basically call him and say, yo, yes, you know what I'm saying, I'm backing Oz and Sophia, you know what I'm saying, they have my blessing basically to go ahead and move forward with this deal. It's legit, this shit is real, you know you're gonna make your bread, we all gonna be rich, we gonna be eating, it's gonna be great, you know what I'm saying. But of course the uncle don't know what the fuck is going on. So Johnny Vitti has been fucking Luca Falcone's. Basically, Luca Falcone is the uncle of Sophia and the head of the Falcone family right now, right? So, because Carmine's gone and Carmine's son is gone, so now Luca's ahead. But Johnny Vitti, who is, I believe, his right-hand man, has been fucking Luca Falcone's wife behind his back. Well, Oz and Sophia bust in on him while they getting it in, you know what I'm saying? She on top doing her cowgirl thing, and you know, they bust that shit up. But the wife was already kind of in on it, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, when they bust in on old boy getting his dick wet, they're like, yo, all right, look, man, we ain't even gonna take no videos, nothing like that. It is what it is. We caught you. Both of us got you. Now we got you blackmail. So here's what we need you to do. We need you to call the head of the triad, tell them that we have your blessing on this deal so we can get this shit moving, you know what I'm saying? So we can have some motion out here in these streets. Also, I mean, we could kill you, but wouldn't it be great to get, Sophia's uncle out the way, you know what I'm saying? So that, I mean, now we all can break bread, you know what I'm saying? So that happens. Then they go ahead and they head down back to Chinatown to one of the clubs. They talk to the head of the triad, right? So while they're doing that, while Sophia and Oz are talking to the head of the triad, we got Vic out there handing out the dope. So everybody in the party, you know what I'm saying? Well, not handed out, he's selling it. So he's slanging the dope at the party. And basically, the head of the triad at first was like, nah, man, I mean, our families ain't really, I mean, we done had smoke with each other for a while now. I mean, you mean to tell me that all of a sudden I can just trust you? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, Sophia, and I damn sure don't trust your ass, So Sophia leaves, Oz brokers the deal. But in the meantime, Vic has PTSD from some of the pyro in the party, at the club, because from when the flood happened, because there were some explosions that went off. The riddler set off the explosions. It broke the seawall and the water came rushing in, flooded that little portion of Gotham. And his family was killed in the process. And he watched this building where his family lived, just get destroyed and completely wiped out. So Oz finally finds Vic. He's in the bathroom. Vic is in the bathroom recovering, splashing water on his face. And Oz comes in there. This is one of the two moments of this episode that were impressive. Colin Farrell, man, like top-notch acting. When they have this discussion, where he's talking to Vic because he sees that Vic is texting his girlfriend. His girlfriend is like, yo, you ready to leave? So he thinks Vic is going to leave with the girlfriend, and he's like, yo, you just going to leave me all of a sudden, bro? Like after everything I did for you? And so Vic is like, nah, man, like you held me hostage. So Oz takes out his gun. He's like, oh, you mean like this? And the speech he gives him basically is like, yo, I fed you, I clothed you, I gave you money, I gave you a roof over your head when you didn't have shit. And I could have killed your ass, for real. But I didn't. And the only thing you can see is this. Me holding this gun to your head, me holding you hostage. That's the only thing you can see in this whole situation. You could have left anytime you wanted to, for real. And so Vic is like, yo, you could tell he's got some inner turmoil because he's a good kid. Like he doesn't want to be here. He didn't wish to be here, but this is the circumstances that life has given him. and Oz tells him, ain't no awards for dying in the projects, because they both come from the projects. You know what I'm saying? And that part hit me. I was like, damn, he's right. There ain't no awards, bro. You know what I'm saying? Those of us that come from having less than, when we were kids, a lot of times we didn't realize we was poor, but a lot of people that come from the projects, the way we see it is kind of like, we want to make it out. But when you're born into poverty or you're born into an environment, you adapt. The human mind and the human body and spirit is it's amazing how we just adapt to, damn, just fucked up my mic. How we just adapt to bullshit a lot of the time. But anyway, so they move forward past that. Now, you know, Sophia, and so Vic leaves. So Oz tells Vic, like, man, just get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, just get out of here. So Vic gets out of there. He takes the car. He goes down to the bus stop as if he's gonna go and meet his girlfriend. Meanwhile, Oz and Sophia are outside of the club. Now, they're supposed to be celebrating, but Sophia's like, yo, nigga, I still don't trust your ass, for real. Like, because you the one that got me locked up. And Oz is scene number 2, where Colin Farrell, his acting skills just shine, man. And the writing is just so good. Showing a humane side of the villains is something I've always wanted to see in the Batman stories in Gotham. And this series is doing a fire ass job of that, man. They are doing a phenomenal job. And he gives her almost the same speech as he gave Vic. He was kind of like, yo, man, like, you know, I gotta survive. I had to fight to survive just to live. And now I've got the opportunity to take what I want, to take what's mine. And I'm not letting nobody stop me from doing that shit, but I love you and I care about you. And Oz is playing the longest, dirtiest game of chess I have ever seen. And it is beautiful. It's genius. He's playing everybody except Vic. Like, I think he really cares about Vic. They've got like a father-son relationship, and it's really dope. So, but Vic gets a change of heart, whips it back around, comes back to the club. Now, in the meantime, Nadia Maroney, she pulls up with her goons, guns out, you know what I'm saying? They got the sticks on them. And so they got Sophia and Oz, you know what I'm saying? They got the guns pointed at them, got them on their knees. Well, Vic pulls up like, man, what the fuck is going on? He sees his OG is in trouble. So he guns it, hits one of the dudes, smashes him up against one of the trucks or the vans or whatever. Oz hops in the whip. They get out of there. Yeah, so far, the Penguin episode 3, it has shaped up to be a great series. I love it. I can't say one episode is better than the last or the next one, but I love how they're putting the spotlight on different people each time. Last episode, Sophia got a little bit more shine. We got to see a little bit more of her personality and like how she's fucked up from being locked up and how everybody treats her now that she's out. And this episode gave you a little bit more of the backstory of Vic and his family and how it ties into the Batman story and how this vision of all of these things, the movies and the shows, are all linked in together. And I love that they're creating a universe, man. They're just, the gods are happy, I'm happy. And the acting in the show is great, and not a mention of the bat. That's the beauty of it. And this is what I mean by good writing. You don't need the flashy. You don't need the extra. If the writing and the story is good, this is how you do it, man. It's a masterclass so far, and I love it. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'll see you on the next video. You better pull up. Don't do it for me. Do it for the God.